You are welcome to ComfortTV.channel. In today's news package, federal government convicts over 730 people for terrorism-related crimes. Prominent Kenyan activist charged with illegal possession of ammunition. To bring you details of these and other stories, I am Ogechi Ikechukwu. The Deputy Governor, Chief Ikechukwu Emeto, has condemned the illegal collection of fees from motorists in Ohafia local government area. A release by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Governor, Saserio Ekemba, says the state government is already aware of the recent incident involving two individuals who were assaulted by Ebe Mohafia youths in response to the unlawful activities by some unauthorized collectors, and urged them to desist immediately. The release adds that no individual or group has been authorized to collect fees or levies on behalf of the state government without proper documentation from the State's Board of Internal Revenue. It advises the state's tax force team on Ohafia zone to step up activities in combating illegal revenue collection, reassert its presence in the field, and reaffirm its commitment to transparency, accountability, and community service. The release further charges all residents of the state to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities related to illegal fee collection to the appropriate authorities, as government will not tolerate any form of extortion but will take all necessary measures to protect them from exploitation. The former governor of Benue State, His Excellency Samuel Ortom, has vowed that he will not yield to the pressure to join the African Democratic Congress (ADC), despite the odds. Ortom, who stated his unflinching commitment to his membership of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), maintained that other members were at liberty to associate with any coalition. The former governor made this statement during an interview on Politics Today, a program on Channels Television yesterday, Monday, July 21. Ortom stressed that he was not taken back by the departure of the former Vice President, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, from the PDP, as he described himself as a leader of the party and consequently would not dump it for another. It would be recommended that Abubakar, a founding member of the PDP, resigned from the party last week and is expected to officially join the ADC. People are free to join any coalition that they so wish, but for me and the people that I lead, we remain in PDP, he said. I am the leader of PDP in Benue State and a member of the BOT. I am not joining any coalition. We have no business with that. The former governor said he has not believed the ADC lead movement has the capacity to endure political pressure, adding that the party would still face defeat even if it overcomes its current legal battles. In line with the directive of the governor, Dr. Alex Oti, for the restoration of electricity in Okwa West local government area, the Abia State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, ASOPADEC, has mobilized the contractor handling the job. The general manager at ASOPADEC, Dr. Joshua Onyike, while speaking at the palace of the chairman, Traditional Rulers Council, Okwa West local government area, Eze Chinenye Dike, said the mobilization of the project is a fulfillment of the governor's promise to provide electricity for Asa people and described the gesture as the governor's show of love to the community. Dr. Onike appealed to the leaders and people of the area to give maximum cooperation to the contractor for successful execution of the project and avoid vandalism of transformers and cables. Bearing his mind, the chairman of Ukwa West Traditional Rulers Council and traditional ruler of Isimmanu Autonomous Community, Eze Chinyere Dike, thanked Governor Oti for keeping to his promise, as well as their SuperDec General Manager Dr. Onike, and assured of giving the contractor maximum cooperation. Speaking, the Secretary of Electricity Planning Committee of Ukwa West Local Government Area, Mr. Lucky Elog, Elder Chibike Alozie, and Innocent Chowa, applauded their SuperDec General Manager for being proactive to present the contractor to them and requested the contractor to inform them on any challenge. Responding, the contractor handling the project, Mr. Chuks Irueche, said he has taken note of the challenges of the substations in Asaland and disclosed that the job will cover 31 communities, as transformers will be provided for those that do not have, while promising to do a good job. The federal government had revealed that over 730 individuals have been convicted for terrorism-related offenses as part of its intensified effort to combat terrorism, financing, and dismantle illicit financial networks. The National Coordinator, Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Adamu Laka, disclosed this at the one-site meeting of the Financial Action Task Force yesterday in Abuja. Major General Laka said more than 10 of the convictions were secured with direct support from Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, underscoring the success of interagency collaboration in tracking and disrupting financial network that supports terrorist groups. He commended the collaborative efforts between the NFIU and other related agencies, which he said had significantly reduced the inflow of illicit funds into terror operations across the country. Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court, Maitama, Abuja, on Monday, rejected the application of a former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, for the release of his passport to enable him travel to the United Kingdom for medical treatment. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is prosecuting the former governor alongside his nephew Ali Bello, Dauda Suleiman, and Abdusalam Hudu on a 19-count charge bordering on money laundering. EFCC head of media and publicity, Dele Onyewale, in a press statement in Abuja, noted that Justice Nwite rejected Bello's application on the following grounds: that Bello has not put forward sufficient materials before the court to show that local health facilities cannot manage his health condition, that the medical doctor in the Confluence University of Science and Technology that diagnosed him did not state his area of medical competence, that the letter of invitation from the UK medical consultant was not signed and therefore worthless in the eyes of the law. He added that Bello wanted to leave Nigeria and go to the UK to treat hypertension without putting forward any evidence of show that there has been a deterioration of ailments. Onyewale recalled that at the June 27, 2025 sitting, Bello had, through his counsel, J.B. Dauda San, urged the court to temporarily release his client's passport to enable him to travel to the United Kingdom for medical treatment. He claimed that the defendant had no criminal record overseas and did not pose a flight risk. In his ruling on Monday, Justice Witte rejected Bello's applications. The defendant applicant is praying for a temporary release of his passport to him so that he could obtain a visa to travel to the United Kingdom for medical treatment. Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS), Mr. Adewale Adeniyi, on Monday hinted at the reintroduction of the suspended 4% free on board (FOB) levy. He affirmed that returning it will save business owners the payment of the 1% Comprehensive Import Supervision Scheme (CISS) and the 7% of the cost of collection imposed on cargoes. The customs boss, who spoke at a town hall meeting with stakeholders on B. Odogwu clearance with the team enhancing trade compliance and system optimization through stakeholders' engagement in Lagos, affirmed that NCS will no longer impose future charges on importers. He added that funds generated from FOB levy will be geared towards enhancing the service technology advancement and operational efficiency. Responding to inquiries on the FOB, Mr. Adewale said, "I am talking to you seriously, our esteemed stakeholders across the different value chain. In terms of the 4% FOB that I spoke about, I tell you that with the implementation of 4% FOB, the 1% CISS and the 7% cost of collection, which is also being charged, will be completely removed." He said, talking about the 7% cost of collection, it is taken from the Federation account to administer customs operations. What this represents is that the three tiers of government, the federal government, the state government, and other subnationals, will comprise 70% of what is brought to the Federation account. The son of the former military president, Ibrahim Badmasi Babangida, IBB, Mohamed Babangida, has dismissed reports circulating on social media claiming he rejected his recent appointment as chairman of the Bank of Agriculture by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The federal government had announced his appointment last week alongside 7 others. Social media was, however, flooded with a letter allegedly written by Babangida to President Tinubu on Monday, thanking him for the offer but turning it down due to personal and professional reasons. Reacting swiftly through the Ibrahim Babangida media office in Minna, the younger Babangida described the letter as fake and politically motivated. Speaking in the telephone interview, Mohamed Abdullahi, spokesperson for the media office, said Babangida immediately dismissed the letter as a fabrication by mischief makers when it was brought to his attention. He said, "I am ready to serve as the chairman of the Bank of Agriculture," Babangida was quoted as saying. Abdullahi further explained that a closer examination of the letter revealed discrepancies, including a forged signature and an incorrect phone number on the letterhead. Prominent Kenyan activist Mr. Boniface Wangai has been charged with illegal possession of ammunition linked to protests last month, in which at least 19 people were killed. Last Sunday, investigators disclosed that they had seized phones, a laptop, and notebook from his Kenyan home in the outskirts of the capital, Nairobi. According to the investigators, hard drives, computers, tear gas, and a black firearm were also seized from his office in the city. Mr. Wangai has denied the charge and has been released on bail. His arrest and especially the suggestion that he would face terrorism charges sparked a wave of condemnation, with human rights groups denouncing it is aimed at suppressing opposition voices. On behalf of the entire crew of ComfortTV.channel, I am Ogechi Ikechukwu. Thanks for watching.